Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Caitlin, and really random fact about me, the first ever video game that I played growing up was Super Mario Bros. On the original Nintendo, which just recently over the holidays I tried out the Smash Bros. On the Nintendo Switch. So fun to play. Also leads me to say Happy New Year. I cannot believe we're already in 2019. I hope you guys had an amazing holiday, regardless if you celebrate or not. I hope it was just relaxing, you had some time to yourself and to spend with loved ones. So for today's video, we are doing my 2018, I almost said 2019, 2018 makeup favorites. And honestly, it's so crazy to me that I'm even able to film this video. Just because ever since I started using makeup in like late elementary and high school, I was always the type of person that stuck to one product per like category, I guess you could say. Like I literally had one foundation, one powder, one eyeliner, one mascara, and that was pretty much like, that was it. Like I did not try new things pretty much like ever. So it wasn't until about two years ago that I really got into makeup and was more intrigued about trying new things and testing new items, and that's what brings us here today. My collection has grown enough and I feel like I've tried enough over the past year that I can say ones that I absolutely love. So yeah, the items I will be talking about in this video aren't necessarily my holy grail, top of the top favorite that I've ever tried. It's just the ones that I found I reached for the most during the past year, and I try to stick to a lot of them that were newer products, or it's just ones I've discovered in the past year. So yeah, I think that is everything. If you end up liking this video, please give it a thumbs up and comment down below some of your favorite products throughout the year, because I'm really curious about that as well. And also click that subscribe button if you want to see more makeup videos coming up soon. And yeah, if you want to see what my favorite 2018 products were, let's just keep on watching and get into it. Alright, so let's see how long this video will be. You know it's serious when she takes notes on everything. So let's just roll right into it, shall we? Starting with primer. Really weird to say, but I did not find any over-the-top primers this year for myself personally. I don't know, just I didn't really notice anything significantly different when I did use different kind of primers, but I did notice a big difference when I did use this little guy under my makeup. And this is a Too Faced Hangover 3-in-1 Replenishing Primer and Setting Spray. And just a little background on my skin, I used to have extremely oily skin. I still get oily throughout the day in my T-zone area, but I find I'm more combo skin now. But I still really like to keep my skin well hydrated underneath my makeup, or else I just find like I have expressions. I personally have a lot of expression lines, and I find my makeup can cake up really easily throughout the day because of that. So the days that I use this underneath my foundation, I just found way less creasing, way less cakiness. Like it was a lot more smoother complexion. Like it just looked a lot better when I did use this guy. And this is also really great for touching up as well. I would just spray my Real Techniques I would spray my Real Techniques sponge and just kind of like dab in the areas that looked overly cakey or dry throughout the day, and you were refreshed. Love it. Alright, and next being foundation. This year the one that stood against the rest for me was the ColourPop No Filter Stick Foundation. This one was just beautiful. I love the finish of this. It just makes your skin look just beautiful and poreless. I absolutely love it. I did test out the No Filter Liquid Foundation. As much as I want that one to work out with my skin type, it's just not working out, but this one, bomb. Another favorite that I discovered this year was actually a combination of the two. So I found the Maybelline Dream Satin Liquid Foundation, and I know they have the mousse one. I think the liquid one here is newer, but I'm not totally sure. The shade range for this absolutely sucks, so I did get the lightest shade, and it's just It was way too dark, so I did mix it with my Maybelline SuperStay, and these two together, it was just like, it was just on a whim. Like I needed it to be lighter, so I just grabbed the lightest foundation I have, and it was beautiful. Just the finish of these two that made, just because I think the satin is a bit more, it is hydrating a bit more on the dewer side, and this one's way too matte for me, so it just created like a really nice natural finish. Loved those. And next up being concealer. This one I literally have not put down since discovering it. I think it was summertime that it launched in 2018. Yeah, but that was just like a crazy thing for me because I would always go back to my Ride or Die Maybelline Age Rewind concealer. That was always my favorite. But Too Faced, you won this year. This is the Too Faced Born This Way Multi-Use Sculpting Concealer, and I can't say enough good things about it. I love the coverage, I love the finish of it. I went into the store to look at this guy. The artist I was there put Tarte Shape Tape on one side of my face and this one on the other side, and I was just blown away because I was always tempted to buy Tarte Shape Tape. Me only just breaking into more higher end makeup, like I just never wanted to go near higher end concealers or a lot of things like that, so I was just stuck with my drugstore one. But after seeing the comparison and just how it made my skin look, I had to get this guy. So that was the first ever high-end concealer that I purchased and got no regrets. Absolutely love it. And diving into powders, I am not quite sure when these ones launched, but I did discover them or start to use them in 2018. And it's the Maybelline Fit Me Loose Powders. Absolutely love these. Just makes your skin look flawless. I typically on a regular basis do bake under my eyes. These are perfect for them. Just like all around amazing, amazing, amazing. Now bronzer. I feel like this is probably going to be very repetitive across many favorite videos and people are probably sick of hearing it, but I don't care because it was my favorite, so I'm going to talk about it. Physicians Formula Butter Bronzer. Literally have hit major pan on this one. And this is the bronze shade, which I think is just the original shade. I know this launched quite a while ago, but I did not start using it until 2018, and that's why it's jumped into this video. But I can't say anything bad about this product. I literally can't. You can build it up like crazy. It won't look cakey. It never looks patchy on me. Smells amazing. Like, it just makes me want to go on vacation. Shade range is really good. Like, I've seen the deeper one on a lot of other people. I've gotten the deepest one for my best friend and it just looks gorgeous. Got nothing bad to say. I got nothing bad to say. So that was my favorite for pretty much the entire year. But then I did discover more towards the end of 2018, but I have been using it almost every day. And it's the Sephora contour palette. I'm not sure there's a specific name to it, but it's just their kind of like highlighting and contour palette here. And just using like these shades mixed together is amazing. I find these ones last a really long time too, just like the Physicians Formula one. And I just like this idea too, just because you can kind of like make your custom color. Like, I find this product is really good because you are getting many shades in it obviously, but even just I bronze with the lightest one sometimes, and then I'll go in with these ones and just kind of chisel out and do more of a contour shadowing effect. So there's a lot of multi-use in this one and just looks really nice. So that is another favorite of mine for this year. And now let's see what else we got. What else we got? What else we got? I feel like I keep shaking the camera. Whoops. Eyebrow products and eyeshadow primer. Still stuck with my good old favorite ones, so nothing really new there. I feel like I should probably try new products of that in this year, but my Too Faced Shadow Insurance, like, it's never failed me, so I just never saw the point of trying a new eyeshadow primer. but maybe this year, maybe that will happen. For blush, honestly, the two that I always grab towards, again, aren't really new products, but that is the Physicians Formula Butter, falling apart, Physicians Formula Butter Blush. This is the shade Plum Rose. I just felt like this kind of mauve color went with practically all of my makeup looks, so I constantly used that one. And another favorite of mine that I always reached for was the Maybelline Fit Me Blush, and this is just in the mauve color. And again, it's coming up really gray, but it is more of like a mauve pink in person. Was just a really great long-lasting one that looked good with a lot of my looks, so grabbed that one a lot. And now pretty much my favorite part of makeup. It was so hard choosing or trying to choose just one of these products, but I managed to do it. It makes me sad because I would just want to talk about all my favorite highlighters. Maybe I'll make that a future video. 2018 was actually the year that I finally dove in and fell in love with Flower Beauty. For those of you who don't know, I'm Canadian girl here. Flower Beauty is not sold here, and I'm so disappointed about it. I wish there was Ulta's in Canada. I know I can order from Ulta, but that just never really was an option in my head. So over the summer when I went to the States just to shop with one of my best friends, finally got to go to Ulta and was at the Flower Beauty stand for I don't even know how long. I think my friend eventually had to drag me away from it, but I picked up the Shimmer and Strobe highlighting palette, and oh my goodness, no words, just no words for this palette. It's just absolutely gorgeous. My lighting is terrible today, so I apologize for that, but just look up swatches of this. It is so just reflective and just like that wet look for a highlight. It's not chunky, it's not glittery. You can really, like, you can do a soft highlight or you can really build it up for like the strobing effect. Just never fails me. I've been using this one constantly. Love, love, love. And they're also gorgeous on the eyelids too, so that one's great. And another one that I did discover, I discovered and dove into Persona Cosmetics in 2018. Absolutely love the brand. Cannot say one single bad thing about the brand. I've just completely fallen in love with it, and they only have a handful of products, but that's I think what I love about the brand. She doesn't focus on launching so many products. She focuses on making what she is launching the best, and you can just like really tell the hard work that goes into the products. But anyways, their Cali Glow highlighters launched in 2018, and I got the Zuma color here. I want to get the lighter shade so badly because it looks so gorgeous, but this one is also gorgeous as well. I'm trying to open to show you the packaging. There's 3 shades of her highlighters, but that's just like the sleek, clean, pretty packaging. Love it. And that one is just another one that wasn't overly glittery. You can do a subtle highlight or also crazy build it up. And I don't know if we can do a swatch here for you guys. Mine actually broke, so I put it in this little container, which isn't the most convenient, but you know, both these highlighters that I'm mentioning, guys, are just so buttery and soft. Like, it's just insane. Like, I hope that picks up, but it's just that wet sheen, like, to die for. Absolutely love. Persona Cosmetics, A++. All right, and I will do a quick shout out to my favorite mascara and eyeliner because I pretty much used the same one all of 2018 just because it was my absolute favorite. Like, it's become my ride and die. I don't know if I'll be able to try any new ones this year, but I'm gonna try to. and that is my Tartiest, my Tarte Tartiest Lash Paint Mascara. And I think this is like my 4th tube, you guys. Like, I can't say enough how much I love it. It's more of the rubberized brush, but it just creates, I'm wearing it today, and you can do more of like a subtle mascara look if you'd like, but you can really do a couple coats and build this up and get that dramatic, thick, voluminous lashes. And I just absolutely love it, and I find it's one of the only ones I've tried on my bottom lashes as well that doesn't flake off or like run or like smudge under my eyes throughout the day, which is amazing for me. And then for eyeliner, I was always either using the Physicians Formula liquid eye booster. That one was really good for a perfect sharp point if you're starting off doing wing liner or feel like you're not exactly able to perfect it. I find that one was super easy to do a wing. Or this one right here is the AOA Studio Wonder liquid eyeliner, and this one is a brush one, but it's such a fine brush that I find I can get a really sharp wing with this one as well. And this one is just insanely black. Like, I've tried it over shimmer, glitter, metallic eyeshadows. Alright, so a little bit change of scenery here. I'm actually in the middle of editing the video that you guys are currently watching and realized that I have lost some footage. So yeah, sitting back down, and we'll just finish up the last 2 categories. It's eyeshadow and lips. So home stretch, let's do this. Starting with eyeshadow. Was pretty hard to choose the top eyeshadows, but I just thought of what I grabbed most this year, and honestly, #1 palettes that I used this year was the Just Peachy Mattes from Too Faced. Yes, I know there's some good drugstore ones as well. Drugstore killed it this year, absolutely, but Too Faced just had my heart this year. I don't know, they're just working really well for me. And I know this didn't launch in 2018. I want to say it was 2017. I'm not too sure about that. But I got it as a gift in 2018 and just constantly was using it ever since I got it. So that is definitely a favorite of mine. But of course, that is completely all matte. So if you're not totally into that, of course you can have other metallics and glitters and kind of mix and match. But if you're looking for one whole palette, it's just mattes. But I'm into the matte look, so it worked for me. Second one that I would say I used the most after the Peachy palette was the Persona Identity palette. And you guys heard me mention before that 2018 was the year that I discovered Persona Cosmetics and absolutely just fell in love. I honestly don't have anything to say badly about what I've tried from them thus far. And this palette, I don't know if you can tell, so there is shimmers in here and they're just so pretty, you guys, and creamy and soft. Just do a couple swatches on my hand here. Got a little too much there, but they're just so reflective and pretty, especially when you wet them too. So pretty. So that's definitely one that I was using on a regular basis. Love it. Oddly enough, I didn't hear anyone really talk about this at all. It's a super simple palette, so I don't think it really was a big deal. Like, some people like this and it's like, I don't see anything special about it. But I really loved it. It was the Urban Decay Aphrodisiac palette. That's what it looks like here. I picked up this little guy when we went to the States and I finally got to visit an Ulta store. I want to say this might be an Ulta exclusive. Can't quite remember. But it's just shades that I find that I reach for all the time. Like, you have your kind of taupey transitions. You have 3 shimmers here. The purple I could still get away with in my crease because it's not like super reflective and shimmering. Well, you're seeing my messy desk right now. Yeah, this one was just super kind of everyday simple, but you can also play around with it. I'll show you one of the shimmers here. And then looking more on drugstore side, affordable. Wet n Wild's definitely some of my favorite drugstore eyeshadows. I have a couple of the, what are these palettes called? The Color Icon palettes. And they had a few new colors that came out, and then they also revamped some of the old ones, I believe. Yeah, so Nude Awakening. It just says new look on here. So I kind of just like read the packaging. I don't know if the formula changed from before, but I got that one. And then this was one of the new colors, and it's not a basic peach. Yeah, these ones are just like super pigmented, really easy to blend. I've just always really enjoyed using them. Love that color. Those I reached for a decent amount. And then also the palette that I feel like everyone was grabbing and talking about, the Lemonade Craze palette from Maybelline. I definitely think it was worth the hype. The shimmers in here are just so buttery and reflective. I'll try to focus. And there's it there. I was just super into more of these like peachy warm shades this year, so this was like right up my alley. But even just Strawberry Lemonade, I'm not flipping you guys off. That one right there. Just super pretty. I really liked this palette too. Only thing about this one, I don't know if it was something else I just happened to have been using at the same time, but this one I find my eyes would get a little bit watery when I used it. And the first ingredients is nylon and talc, so I don't know if my eyes are just kind of sensitive to those things. I kind of have to play around with it a bit more. And then this one, I cannot remember when it launched, but then again, I got it in 2018. This was a recommendation that I grabbed from Vitala. Absolutely love her channel. I will link her down below if you don't know of her already, but she does a lot of makeup reviews. She's actually in the middle of doing her 15 days of foundations right now, so I would definitely check her out. But this is the Zodiac palette, and there's just so many fun different looks that you can do with this one. Basically there's a highlight in the middle there, and then your matte shades, and then the outer ring are all these super metallic pretty just shimmer shades, and it's so pretty. I think my favorite right now is Virgo and Leo. Stunning. I don't know if I can swatch these ones. And the mattes I haven't had any issues with either. Super soft and blendable. The shade I keep reaching for is kind of like the pinky matte shade. I wish they sold like a single of it because I would totally buy like a bunch of those. Look at that. Stunning, stunning, stunning. So yeah, that is all of the, here's a mess. End of the day mess right now. That is all of the eyeshadows that I wanted to share with you guys. And now on to lips. This was pretty hard to narrow down, but I kind of just tried to remember the ones that I was constantly wearing. For lipsticks, I was just really into the whole matte look for most of the year, so I really enjoyed these. These are the NYX Pinup Pout matte lipsticks. Just looked like that. And the two colors I have, Almost Famous and Opinionated. They're just super pigmented and did a pretty good job of staying on. Well, it's really hard to see. And that's just one swipe. That's one swipe right there. Super pretty. Love the colors in that line. Another one that I found was the CoverGirl. Why can't I remember the name of these ones? They came out at the same time as the True Blend collection, I want to say. This one is in 245, Honeyed Bloom. And it's a cream lipstick. That's it right there. It's definitely more pinky in person that's coming up, but it's just so creamy, and it's the type of lipsticks that if you have dried or chapped lips, it doesn't really emphasize that very much, so I really enjoyed those. Then those are pretty much the only lipsticks, and then I was kind of obsessed with liquid lipsticks. We know that I discovered Flower Beauty this year. I need to buy more colors of this one. Seriously, it is her Miracle Matte Lip, and I got the Scarlet Letter. These ones, so pigmented, so comfortable to wear. Like, I have no words for it. I'm trying to figure out where to put this for you guys. Let's just do it here. So pigmented, and it's really interesting too because it almost dries down to like a powder finish, and that was also similar to the Persona Cosmetics liquid lip as well. And this is in Holy Grail. Definitely want to grab the other colors of this one too because I love the formula as well. For both of these red lips, I don't find it really feathered or bled on my lips at all, and I usually hate using lip liners, but even when I didn't use lip liner, I didn't really have many feathering issues with these, which is awesome. This one almost has like a powder kind of dries down finish and just feels so comfortable on the lips. I dipped back into Kylie Cosmetics for her lips this year. I have tried her matte lip kits in the past and they just did not really work for me. Gorgeous colors, it's just formula never really worked out. And I ended up getting her birthday kit. It's like the little box of like the minis, and this one right here, so there's matte and velvets in that little kit, but I love the velvet ones. This one right here is Boy Bye, and just the colors that she comes up with, terrible swatching here, but just love the colors in her line, so gorgeous. And the velvet finish is just way more flattering and comfortable and doesn't kind of like sink in to all the lines on me personally, so that was awesome. And then the Too Faced Melted Matte. It seems like it was just the year for Too Faced for me. So this is the first time of me trying them. I got the what collection was it? I think it was considered their like little Christmas collection because you got like the 4 different minis. This one right here is Hot Buttered Rum. Terrible swatching today. There is Hot Buttered Rum, and the shades are just super pretty and warm and pigmented out of that Christmas collection. Loved it. Definitely want to pick up more of those ones because it's just very comfortable formula as well. Last but certainly not least, the last of the bit was the Maybelline Vivid Hot Lacquer. Now, I saw this being kind of hyped up when it came out. I ran from it as soon as I read lacquer. I was like, no, I don't want anything sticky, lacquer-like. Just, I wasn't interested at all. But then I saw the Taylor recommending this and using this a lot on her channel, and I just loved the way it looked. So I figured, okay, let's give it a try. I got the shade 66 Too Cute, and it's more of like the pinky shade. And these ones are pretty cool because you can wear them by themselves because they are really opaque. I'm actually wearing this color on my lips right now. So you can wear these by themselves, or you can also use it as a topper on top of liquid lips or lipsticks, and it just gives a really kind of just this lacquer gloss finish, and it's so pretty. The other shade that I always use to kind of like lighten a lipstick or just in the center is, it's more the beigey tone, Tease. I'm pretty sure it's called Tease. That one is somewhere, I think, in one of my purses, I don't know. But that's just really easy to throw in your purse and kind of top on throughout the day. I think that is everything, you guys. I think we finished it all. Hopefully this footage isn't lost. I hope that is everything. I hope you guys enjoyed this video and it wasn't too long, but hope you got some ideas and recommendations. And yeah, I will see you in my next video. Thank you so much for watching. Click that like button down below if you liked it, and subscribe for future makeup and lifestyle videos. Alright, bye guys!